Dear Shinobi, you are completely insane. But don't worry, Shinobi, it is not your fault. For some reason, Ubisoft thought it see fit for you to have a little bit too many tools. Yeah, besides your fast light, Shinobi, you have a crazy kick that results in a lot of free damage and a pretty effective 50-50, if I might add. And, yeah, it's kind of insane. But don't worry, Shinobi, we're here to fix you today in this letter. So, your kick is obviously insane. It tracks an insane amount. Even when people roll away, it can still manage to track them, which is just beyond me. I don't know how it manages to track them. Obviously, you have to do a double dodge before, but you can pretty much stay at long range until you ever have to go into kick. And, you know, Ubisoft gave you super long range capabilities. But don't worry, Shinobi, don't worry, it's not your fault, it's just how you were created. So basically, your kick is OP, Shinobi. You have hyper armor on your kick, so you can't get hit out of it. Not even a character as fast as Peacekeeper can hit you out of it. You just can't be hit out of the kick. It tracks an insane amount. You can change what you're going to do after your kick, whether you want to do a light, you want to go through with the kick, or you want to do a guard break, or should I say after the double dodge. You can change really what you want to do, and you can really screw with people's heads, which results in a 50-50, or more like a frickin' 33-33-33 if you count the lights, the guard break, or the kick, which is absolutely insane. And it's even better than Warden's 50-50, just because even if you try to roll out of the kick, sometimes it still tracks you. You can roll out of a Warden Vortex anytime that you have stamina to, but with a Shinobi, it is a little bit different. You can still get tracked by the kick, even though you obviously rolled backwards, which is really dumb. And the kick gives you a free Shinobi heavy, which, might I remind you, it's a bar of health, so literally has to kick a Centurion like 4 times to kill him. Obviously, Centurion doesn't have the beefiest health bar in the game, but this goes with pretty much any character. You hardly have to kick them, and obviously you're going to mix this in with guard breaks and your occasional super fast lights, which is about as fast or faster than a PK's, which is absolutely ridiculous. And don't worry, Shinobi, it's really not your fault. You have a good zone too. You just have a lot of tools, Shinobi, honestly. But it's not your fault. And, you know, we really need to address the kick. It is also not punishable. I mean, it is absolutely insane. It's not punishable pretty much at all. It leads into like a 33-33-33, which is just insane. You get a ton of free damage off of it. It's super easy to hit. It's not even like you have to wind up or anything. You just sit back, hit them with some long range attacks, and when you eventually want to go in, you just go in and you do it. You just kick them, you know, it's so easy. You only have to attack really when you want to, and this makes the whole thing, I mean, the whole kick situation just absolutely stupid. Especially with the hyper armor, it's pretty much guaranteed damage one way or another. Either you're going to get some lights in, you're going to get a guard break in, or you're going to get the kick in. But I honestly, you can dodge the kick. It is one of the harder attacks in the game to dodge, and obviously not everybody's going to know how to dodge it. More the casual players won't know how to dodge it. I've dodged a fair amount of Nobushi or Shinobi kicks myself, although it is pretty hard to dodge. I will be the first one to admit that. It is a difficult attack to dodge, especially if you're not used to playing against a bunch of Shinobis. And another thing the kick does is its stam drains, which is absolutely ridiculous. You kick someone about twice and they're completely out of stam, and you can keep them out of stam with the kick, which is really dumb. I mean, it does everything. The kick honestly does everything. It is pretty much the best attack in the game. It's just insane how good it actually is. But a way to nerf this, I think, would honestly be able to make it more punishable. Now, Shinobi doesn't really have a lot of health, or maybe take away the hyper armor on it, because sometimes you do get hit when you're kicking, but you still go through with the kick because you have that extra hyper armor, which, yeah, it's pretty overpowered. So either, I would say, take away hyper armor from the kick, or make it a little bit more punishable. Maybe not with a guard break, like I said, because Shinobi really doesn't have that much health to spare, and a guard break can be detrimental to a Shinobi. Although he does really have to be punishable, because it's pretty easy to flawless people with Shinobi, not even have them touch you and take down their whole health bar. Either that, I mean, removing hyper armor would be good, but it still wouldn't make the fact that the kick just dodges, or it tracks so much. You get a bunch of free damage off of it. I mean, maybe make it 2 lights instead of a heavy, you know, his little light combo that he can do. Because the heavy is just a little bit ridiculous. Like a full bar of health, obviously Warlord has free damage, but his headbutt, you can get nowhere near as off of as much damage as you can with a Shinobi kick, which is just really dumb. And a Shinobi kick, that heavy after a Shinobi kick, can lead into other combos, which can really just repeat itself, and then you can just really spam the kick combo, make them guess what you're going to do pretty much every time, and it's absolutely just stupid. But those are a few ways I think we could fix the kick. Take away hyper armor, make it punishable. That, I feel like it wouldn't nerf the kick too much. I think it would make it balanced. Or maybe just give Shinobi, I mean, nerf his heavies maybe? I don't know. It just, all I know is you get too much free, easy damage off the kick. The kick is super easy to use. It's not even like you have to practice with it. I mean, I just jumped in my first game as Shinobi and started kicking people. It is just, it's just a dumb attack, honestly. And it definitely needs to be nerfed. And I feel like once they get the kick settled out, Shinobi will be balanced. He'll still be probably top tier, if not top tier, high mid tier. He'll definitely still be usable, even if they just nerf the kick. I mean, take away hyper armor, make it a slight bit punishable, or, you know, maybe not make it you able to get a heavy off of it. Either of those solutions, I think Shinobi would still be viable, maybe even top tier or high mid tier, and he wouldn't be so frustrating and annoying to play against. He wouldn't be so overpowered like he is now. But those are my solutions. Leave solutions of what you guys think Ubisoft is going to do. Honestly, I think they're going to do something like this, but this has been my letter to Shinobi. Ubisoft, please fix. Love. Did you? Rex. P.S. It's not your fault that you're OP Shinobi. Ubisoft made you this way. It's okay, buddy. You can cry about it. But yeah. That was my little Shinobi, you know, kick fix rant, something like that. Those are the way I think Ubisoft should fix the kick, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more For Honor, Overwatch, Destiny. This has been Digirex. Peace.
And I'm open to mine, so we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain. Balling and feeling we drowning, never been humbled by playing the fighter.